Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very, very welcome. I trust you enjoyed my last video on American music treasure James Ingram, an incredible voice that this guy's got. Through his song Somewhere Out There, we looked at this thing called Hope. So I trust you found that one encouraging. We're going from there to 1962 in Louisville, Kentucky. This girl would move to New York in 1980 to pursue a passion for filmmaking, but it was when she actually sang at an open mic night that people started thinking, hang on a minute, where's this girl been? She needs to sing, and they asked her to come back, and after that she started to become a bit of a staple around the New York City live music scene and performing with such people as Jeff Buckley. The girl we're talking about is Joan Osborne. Now, Joan would establish her own label in 1991 and called Womanly Hips. She actually produced her own label because she released a live album, Soul Show Live at Delta 88. One of the things that Joan was at the start was she was into soul. Soul was her roots, soul was her love. And so she did tour with that album, and because of that she developed quite a big following. But Mercury Records thought, hang on a minute, we think you're pretty good too, we're going to sign you up. And in 1995, they signed her up, and out came the album Relish. Now, Relish was a pretty big album, all because of one song. Enter Eric Bazilian. Now, Eric was one of the founding members of the Hooters, and songs like And We Danced and All You Zombies, and he penned this song, One of Us. Now, One of Us is just so thought-provoking. It was nominated for Song of the Year by the Grammy Awards around that time too. And One of Us is all about, what about if God had a name? What about if you could see God? What would he look like? What if he was a stranger on the bus trying to find his way home? What about if nobody spoke to him up in heaven? I've got a bit of a documentary clip below of Eric talking about the writing of this song. It was one of these organic, natural, spur of the moment kind of things where he was trying to impress a girl, and and he had this music, this guitar lick, and next minute the girl says, well, sing it. Well, there were no lyrics at that point. So Eric just talks about the organicness of this song. So we've got a documentary of the writing of this one. We've also got the official clip and a live version of Joan Osborne singing this one as well. What if God were one of us? What on earth are we going to do with this one today? I think what this song creates is it creates an opportunity for us to reflect on God as if he was human. No, he was with us. He's actually on the bus too. What if he had a name? If we could see him, what would he look like? All of that sort of stuff. To sort of kind of put God on a bus, trying to make his way home, is a pretty compelling thought, isn't it? Sitting at the back of the bus there, just looking at the world go by, going home. Who would ring him? Maybe the Pope would. A slob like one of us too. And you don't know when you think about God as a slob, but and the interesting thing about God is that God does intermingle and he does intertwine himself with humanity. He's really, really interested and intrigued by human beings. He wants human beings to be successful. He wants human beings to live good lives. He wants to have a relationship with us too, and that's one of the things that this song brings up is that, hey, if you could see him, if you could talk to him, what would be the one question you would ask him? You know, there are many questions like, why is my life the way it is? Why is there suffering in the world? That's a massive question, that one. Um, why, yeah, just why, just why? um, and I think one of the things that we would almost retreat to is, well, hey, you know what, we God's not a slob like one of us, you know. Can't see God, you know, we can't ask him questions. And we'll put him back into this ethereal plane. Well, I would argue and believe that God absolutely is really truly interested in you as a human being. He's interested, he's proud of you, he's proud of the person he created in you. You know, your human spirit, your will to live, all those things that, you know, we have in arms and legs and head and all the rest of it. Yes, we do. But we also have a will to live, a will to survive, a hope for something better. Um, these are these are the human spirit essences of us that we have. The human spirit which will get us up in the morning. The human spirit that will get us to look for something new. These are very human qualities that make us human. The ability to be able to think, the ability to be able to contemplate, the ability to be able to reflect, the ability to fall in love. These are all aspects of the human spirit, which are beautiful things. The human spirit also has the ability to hate as well, the ability to disrupt, the ability to hurt and to harm. They are not attributes of God. Interesting. You'd say, well, you know, well, why did God? Where is God and all of that? Well, God does create free choice, and the thing about free choice is that it's free. So we can choose what we do with free choice. Now, God would actually be hoping that we would actually be a force for good, and I would think that most of us in the world actually do try to do the right thing, do actually kind of have a bit of a, I suppose, a bit of a heart for the people around us. And I think that's in that sort of way society kind of functions really, really well when people are thinking that way. Much with Joan Osborne when she sang at the open mic night and people said to her, hang on a minute, you can sing really, really well. Can you please sing more and more and more for us? That sort of stuff is beautiful, and that sort of stuff is what human beings are capable of. And because of that kindness, I suppose, Joan was able to have a pretty amazing career with this song. And I think the challenge for all of us as we consider God is God is actually, I think, wanting us to be a force for good in this world. So what can we do to actually do that? To perhaps think about other people just that little bit more than we do at times. To think about other people, to think about our impact on other people as well. Really, really important stuff. Because good happens when there is a groundswell of good. And I think that's where God is. God is wanting us, I think, to exercise our free choice in a way that makes the world a better place. So I trust you will find all of that encouraging as we consider God in this song, which absolutely does that. And this song is actually a monster hit for Joan Osborne. Joan would go on to perform the song many, many, many times in many, many different places. Many TV shows were lining up to get this song on there. It was just one of these songs that captured the world's imagination. And to be nominated for Song of the Year from the Grammy Awards is a very, very big honour indeed. Of that same album, we've also got the song Saint Teresa. We've got the official and live version of that one below. This song is a little bit intriguing, and the live version below is with an orchestra. It's just Pavarotti and friends, so it's a very, very big privilege to be able to get asked to be on that particular show. But Joan Osborne did with this song. St. Teresa, apparently it was an observation of a hooker engaging in a drug deal. But it goes deeper than that, and I think it goes into, the story goes that these words came in a hypnosis session when Joan Osborne was trying to fight writer's block. So it goes into all sorts of places. There's this one, interactions with the subconscious and all sorts of things. But I think what she wanted to do is also talk about the human spirit and the human soul that exists in those particular transactions. The fact that hookers in some ways also, they're trying to bring happiness in their own sort of way to the world as well. So there's a whole heap of spirituality, sex, all wound up in the same song here. As you can see in this clip, it's a gradual growth happening through this clip. We go from nothing to greenness happening, and so there's something about the evolution of this song, the evolution of the hero's spirit as we contemplate that in the context of a world that sometimes isn't so good. So St. Teresa is an intriguing song, absolutely. We've got an official and live version of that one below. But Joan would go back to her roots eventually. She kind of wanted to take a break from the massive fame that she got in the mid-1990s. She didn't really need to do that quite as much, and so she would become a bit more of a staple singer, particularly in the soul world. In fact, in 2007, out came the album Breakfast in Bed. What a great album title, that one. What becomes of the broken hearted. She's just got a beautiful voice for soul, this girl. We've got a live version of that one below. And it's good to see that she kind of has had a music career, and I think that's what she was looking for. She's looking for a music career, and she well and truly got that one after that heady fame of the mid-1990s. It's a live version of Breakfast in Bed in What Becomes of the Broken Hearted below. Between 1995 and 2023, there have been 13 releases and 11 singles. She sold around 3 million albums, so in the scheme of things, she's done pretty well. I'm sure Mercury Records were pretty happy with her, and she did receive 7 Grammy nominations for that album Relation. So good on Eric also for writing the song One of Us, because it really did capture the world's imagination, and to actually have a 7 Grammy nominations is a pretty huge thing. So the links to those 6 clips are in the description below, and I've also included my last video from James Ingram. If you want to recap on him, feel free. Well, if this is your first time to Life Reflections for Music, or you've come back for another one, how great to see everybody here. Well, that's it for today. Next time we're going to go on to John Hyatt. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.